Right, hello everybody, just going to film another box load of golf balls I acquired today. Arrived by UPS, United Parcel Service, to me in England today. Can't remember where I bought these from, so let's just get to it. I'm just going to film each and every logo. So I collect logos on golf balls, as you can tell. I am now going to film each and every one of these, and a lot of these I won't have seen, not even in the advert on the place I bought them from, so let's go for it. SIG Interiors, siginteriors.co.uk. Never heard of them, but obviously you got a website if you want to know. That's on a Strixon AD333. Ball's in good condition, a little bit of pink marking from somebody's marked it with a pen, I presume, yeah, and there. But the logo's very good, couple of little nicks to it, but that's very good. Next, Hepworth Concrete. Hepworth Concrete. So it's an awkward time of day when the sun's coming through a window at a certain angle. I'll film these as best I can. Hepworth Concrete. That looks to be good condition. That is on a Wilson Staff Titanium. And then on the side it used to say what? Something and then scuff. Wilson... is it Strata or something? Anyway, but that's pretty decent. Next, Miller. That's not Miller Beer logo, I'm pretty sure that. Miller, what's that logo then? That's on a Callaway Warbird Plus. That looks a little bit scuffed up. Is that kind of slightly bubbled? It looks kind of bubbled to me, like the outer whatever plastic or cover that seems to be coming off slightly to me. So that's not particularly brilliant quality, but logo's okay. No idea what that company is. Next, that's a nice big logo. I like that one. Is it that way around? Is it supposed to be like that? And is that supposed to be just an A, or is it could be a V? Could be VB, possibly. That's possibly a B. I don't know. Bit of a weird one to work out. Callaway Warbird, balls in very good condition. I like that one, but I have no idea what that is. If you know what any of these are, and I say I don't know what it is, please tell me. I'd love to know what company that is. Next, Heineken. Well, that's obviously beer. Trademark, that's supposed to say. Slightly scuffed, slightly worn, but Heineken. They used to have some funny adverts on TV in England. I remember one where there's this black guy plays music and then falls. His chair falls through some wooden boards or something. So you can see Ultra, Wilson, ball's good condition, Heineken. Next, Wheat Crunchies. That dot's probably supposed to be either R for registered trademark or something like that, or C for copyright, but I can't make it out, it's so small. Wheat Crunchies on an Ultra Distance. Ball's good condition, very good condition. Don't know what Wheat Crunchies are, doesn't sound familiar to me. Next we have Grant's. That's a whiskey, I believe. Is it a Scotch whiskey? Probably. Grant's. I may even have this logo before. DDH 500 Dunlop. Ball's good condition. There's a tiny little nick there, but Grant's whiskey. Next, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be an L. Strange logo. Is that supposed to be EL? That looks like a plug, isn't it? That's a plug. That white thing is a plug, and that's the cord. So some sort of electricity thing. Maxfly 65. 2-piece. I'm pretty sure I used to get these balls back in about 1990ish, so it could be that old. But what is that logo? Let me know if you know, and tell me the time into the video. Helps to work things out. Next, what's that say? Frigo Block. Okay, on a Titleist NXT. Ball is slightly, these little scuffs, but no idea what that company does. Frigo Block. Next, Well, that's an interesting one. Old blacksmith shop. A nice looking old building. I suppose there's supposed to be old carts and stuff out this front. And it says, oh, Gretna Green. Gretna Green is up near Scotland, or in Scotland. It's just on the border of England and Scotland, I believe. Old blacksmith shop, Gretna Green. So border of England and Scotland, and that's on an unbranded golf ball, so it's just some sort of touristy thing, I presume. Slight nick to it, but other than that, not bad. Next, what does that say? Pyrov. I think that's supposed to be an O. That's a bit scuffed. Pyrov. With an arrow logo like that. That's on a Top Flight XL 2000. I don't know whether that means year 2000. Extra long. Yeah, don't know what that company does. Next, oh, this is a smaller size ball, I think. Yeah, this feels like a 1.62 inch ball. So I believe in 1982 in England they made the 1.68 size ball the standard. So this could date to 1982 or earlier, most likely. DAF Trucks. DAF Trucks is printed on both sides of the ball. It's on a Dunlop 65 new cable. Ball's very good condition considering this must be a really old one. So that's cool. DAF Trucks. Certainly heard of those. I'm not sure whether they still make DAF Trucks or not. Next, O'Chill Timber Products. Never heard of that company. Ultra AR432. I'm showing what type of ball these are on because that helps to date them. You know, you'll be able to work out, if anybody wants to, what date that ball came out. That then dates when that company was promoting itself. Next, Lord Downs, and that's on a Callaway Golf HX Tour. Lord Downs. Don't know anything about what that is. Ball is slightly scuffed, but logo is good condition. Next, Ford Credit. Well, Ford is obviously their American car company. I don't know whether Ford Credit is an American thing or whether that exists in England. As you can see, logo is slightly scuffed, unfortunately, but it's not a bad one to have. Wilson, what does that say? Wilson Hyper TI Pro D, I think that says. Hyper TI dot Pro D, I think that's what that says. Okay, I don't think I've had that type of ball before. Next, Service Credit Union. That sounds like an American thing, credit unions. Service Credit Union, you can see the ball's slightly scuffed. Titleist NXT Tour. Next, Astrium and EADS company. Astrium, is that? I'm not sure. I was going to say something to do with satellites, maybe. Satellite dishes, maybe, but I could be wrong. Callaway Warbird with some of these markings to it. Ball's a little, yeah, that feels scuffed when I put my finger over it, but the logo's good condition. You could display that. Next, oh, nice, Guinness. Irish beer or stout. I used to drink this. Established 1759. Nice drink, I have to say. Draft Guinness when cold, and that's the signature. I think it's Arthur Guinness was the person that started it. Nice logo, and I've also just bought some brand new. Let's just have a look. They're probably the same. Yeah, this is from a different person today. I got these on the same day, probably exactly the same. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's unbelievable. So I've just acquired one of these in a collection, and I've also got two absolutely brand new pristine ones. And it looks to be exactly the same type of ball. Yep, it is. Amazing. Okay, so anyway, I've now got three of these Guinness logos. So this one could be a swap, therefore. I'm open to swapping balls with people or selling the ones I've got that are spare when I've got duplicates. So Callaway Warbird Plus balls, That's probably just dirt. Yeah, I can feel that's coming off. A little bit more of a clean and that'll be almost perfect, so that's a good one to have. Next, Power Gen. Used to get those adverts on TV. Electricity company in England. I don't know whether that's still going. There's been so many companies have merged. I've never seen this advertised in years. So is that white bit supposed to be there, or is that a scuff? I can't quite tell. I think that's part of the logo, but I'm being honest, I can't tell. I can't feel that that's a flaw. Maybe that is part of the logo. Anyway, Power Gen. On the title list, PTS wound 90. A little bit of someone's marking. That might come off with a bit of what do you call it? Nail varnish remover. Next is, what on earth does that say? Looks like EJV, Laxon and Son. What is that? It looks like someone about to be fired out of a rocket. And that bloke's got a tool in his hand. What on earth is that? Could that be chimney cleaners maybe? I don't know. Maxfly Tour Limited, I think that used to say. Let's have a look. Yeah. Maxfly Tour Limited MD. I used to have some of these. Yes. DDH2P. So these date to about, I don't know, I reckon I used to get these about 1990, 1991. So that's how old that could be. Next, logo of somebody playing golf. Logo is very slightly scuffed, and that is on a Wilson Staff TC2, TC distance, and the ball needs a bit of a clean. Next, Swan National. Well, that's the logo for HSBC Bank. So what is Swan National compared to HSBC? And again, this ball needs a bit of a clean. Swan National on a Pinnacle Gold. What's this yellow stuff on it? Don't know. That needs to be cleaned off anyway. Swan National. Next, that logo is a bit scuffed. Let's have a look. What's the picture of? Kind of looks like oil drilling, doesn't it? And there is some words there on the bottom of the blue logo in black. I think I can't quite make that out. VINCO, and then there might be something before that. What's that black thing supposed to be on the yellow logo? Anyway, what does it say? I can't work out what those letters are supposed to be. Is that supposed to be a D or a P? ENCON. Encon. Anyway, that is on a Top Flight XL2 by Spalding. Ball feels a little bit scuffed, but that's a mystery logo. Tell me if you know what that is. Next, Goldman Sachs. Ah, that's a good one to have. Now that's banking, isn't it? In America, and aren't they pretty much running the American government these days? Lots of people from that bank are pretty much writing the laws as they see fit. I think that's the company. I don't want to slander any company if it's wrong, but I think that could be it. Lots of dodgy goings on with that company, I think. That's on a title list, DT Spin. Don't know if I've had that type of ball before. Goldman Sachs. Next, Swag Screen. Broider and Textile AB. That's a British Union Jack, so it's an English company. On a title list, NXT Tour. That's somebody's markings, I believe. That kind of greyish line is somebody's ink. I don't think that's part of the logo. Okay, no idea what that company is. Well, it says, doesn't it? Textile screen and stuff. Next, Abatech Creating Input Solution. Abatech Creating Input Solution. Is that some sort of computer company? I don't know. That's on a Wilson Smart Core Straight. I definitely don't think I've had this type of ball before. Wilson Smart Core Straight. No, don't think I've had that one before. You can see a little scuff there. Yep. Don't know what that company does. Next, Ashland Chemical. Not heard of them. Ball looks a bit dirty. Yeah, it's kind of. Some of it just rubs off my finger, so it could be dust. I don't know where these have been stored, these balls. Ashland Chemical. All of these balls are obviously used. Titleist DT90, they've all been hit. I don't think any of these are going to be brand new. Next, Allport Freight Limited. And that's their logo. And you can see a few scuffs to the ball. That's a Titleist 384 PTS90. Again, I used to get these sometime between, I don't know, about 1988 and 1990, 1991 sort of time. So that's when I would date that to, just based off the ball. Next, I've got this myself. I've got this exact same ball. Yeah, your company logo, your name here. I've got one in better condition than this. 90 compression 384 Pinnacle. So I got mine sometime between, I'd say, 1988 and 1991. So that dates this ball to then. Yep, so that's the second one. I've got this. So this is a swap for anybody. You can see it's scuffed. Next, GP with an arrow. Don't recognise that logo. You can see scuff. Titleist DT wound 90 with somebody's ink there. Ball's pretty good condition. No idea what that is. Next, oh, this feels really good. Nice smooth ball. Audi, and that's a good one. This is one of the ones they showed off. Look. So the Audi logo is perfect condition. Turn the ball around, then it looks darker, like it's been left in the sun. That looks more kind of bronzed. So that's on a TaylorMade Tour Preferred X. Again, don't know whether I've had this type of ball before. But the Audi logo is good. You could display that one. And what is it with Audi drivers? They are the worst drivers on the road. They tailgate everybody. They speed 100 miles an hour everywhere. Don't use their indicators. There's something about people that buy Audis just become the worst people on the road. Them and BMW drivers and some Mercedes drivers. But there's something about powerful German cars attract absolute idiots. Next, Dunhill Golf. Now, Dunhill is a cigarette brand. I think it's the Dunhill Tobacco Company that sponsored golf events in order to get Dunhill brand noticed. Don't smoke, folks. It's the worst thing you can do for your body. 384 Pinnacle, 90 compression. You can see there's a few little scuffs to the ball, but the logo is not bad. Not that I'd want to promote anything to do with tobacco. Do not smoke. Don't even vape. It's bad for your lungs. Right, next. Scandia. Is that how you say it? I'm not sure. Scandia. Isn't that some sort of truck company, I think? That's my phone going mental. Scandia. Titleist NXT Tour. Why has it got that weird greyish? I don't know if that's dirt or what. Needs a clean anyway. That's a good logo if the ball cleans up more. Next. Now this is a good one. Cisco Systems. And that's definitely computers. And it's got an R for registered trademark. Cisco Systems. Certainly seen that advertised. Never used their products, I don't think. Titleist DT wound 90. Balls, good condition. So that's one of the best ones in the lot. For me, anyway. Cisco Systems. I'd have to look up exactly what they do, but computers, I believe. Next, Griffin Pipe Products Company. I think that says, and there's the blue is the Griffin mythical creature. Griffin Pipe Products Company. I think that is. That's on a TC2 Tour. Wilson distance ball. Probably needs a little bit more of a clean. That had a little bit of a scuff, but the logo's good. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, next. Morrison's Hydraulic Systems. And that's an English phone number. Hydraulic Systems. Okay. That's on a DDH deep distance Dunlop. All feels really good condition, doesn't feel scuffed at all. That's a good one. Next, Bells. Again, that's another type of Scottish whisky, I believe. There is some little words up there. Something year. Aged. I think it says aged up there, year, and then that's probably, there was a number maybe, telling you how many years they age Bells Scotch whisky. Top Flight XL, high trajectory. Bull's not bad condition. Next, Black's Solicitors. So legal company. Don't know whether that's in England or what. That's on a Maxfly Revolution. And then what does that say on the side? Multi-layer 90, and you can see it's kind of the outer cover seems to have peeled off a little bit in places there. Yeah. So I don't know whether that's been out in the sun for a long time or what would cause that in the water. Maybe, I don't know. Next, First Health, and then that dot is probably supposed to be like an R for registered trademark, but you can't make it out unless you've got a magnifying glass maybe. First Health, that sounds like an American thing. That's on a Nike TI Velocity Bull. Bull's not bad condition, needs a little bit more of a clean, but that's not bad. Next, Pyrotech Systems. And what's going on with the bull there? Oh, that just feels weird. That was just some kind of dirt or dust. Just come off when I rubbed it with my finger. Yeah, that's just, these balls need a clean. Pyrotech Systems. On a Titleist PTS Solo. Needs a bit more of a clean. Next. Ocean Group PLC. Don't know what they do. Slight bit of damage to the logo. It's not perfect. That's on Dunlop Titanium Double TI. Bull's pretty good condition other than that, so yeah. Next, Actis. How do you say that? Top Flight XL, high trajectory again. Bull needs a bit of a clean, but other than that, the logo's good. Don't know what that company does. Next, Peter Rennell, and then what on earth does that say? Papier, so paper, handles und, blah 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 blah. So it sounds German to me. Titleist Professional 90. Anybody know what year those balls were? First came out. Ball's got a few little scuffs to it, but the logo's good. You've got two animals, so yeah, that's a nice logo. Next, Irish Ferries. The logo's got a couple of little nicks to it, but it's pretty good condition on a Titleist PTS distance. Yeah, the ball's good condition, just very slight damage to the logo. Next, the England logo, England football, and the Euro 2020 Championship starts today, a year late. It is the 11th of June 2021 as I film this, and the Euro 2020 is about to start thanks to COVID, putting them off. Anyway, Slazenger with a huge great logo on that. Slazenger, black label with the England logo, and I think I've just bought some brand new ones of these or something, so again I've got this is going to be a swap I'm going to have. Swap, or more than likely I'll put this up for sale. Ball is used, but the logo is very good condition. So that England logo I've got a spare now. Next, Henry Boot Construction. Logo's pretty good condition. A few little bits of damage to it from where it's been hit, but Titleist NXT Tour. Oh, and you've got a boot on the bottom. That's a nice logo, the boot. Ball, yeah, you can see the number's been scrubbed off there, so it's been hit, it's been used. Next, Team. And is that supposed to be IMI? Is it Team IMI? Never seen that logo anywhere in my life. That's on the Pinnacle Gold distance balls, very good condition. No idea what that company does. Next, ABB. That looks very familiar. I don't know whether I've got this logo myself in the past. Dunlop steel core, DDH distance ball. Ball looks to be good condition. Don't know what that company does. Next, Carling. This is beer. Carling Black Label. They used to advertise a lot on the TV in England. Carling Black Label, lager or beer. Ball's got a bit of a scuff there. Titleist, PTS 90. Ball's good condition other than that one scuff. Again, maybe if I cleaned it a bit more I might get that off, but the logo's not bad. Next we have Dailer. Established 1851, I think that's supposed to say. And it's got a swan up there as a logo, that red thing, bird. Dailer, don't know what they do. That's on a Wilson Staff DX3 SSP. I'm pretty sure I've never had this type of ball before. DX3 SSP, bit of a mouthful. Next, Carillion. Now, isn't this the company that got into big trouble in England a few years ago? They ran out of money and then they wanted the government to bail them out a huge amount, and I don't know whether they got the bailout or the company collapsed. I think the company collapsed, taking thousands of jobs with it. Carillion, yeah, I think that's what it is. So Titleist, PTS roll, some of these markings. Next, I've got this ball myself. I've got one of these, so this could be a spare. Equity and Law. Equity and Law. B51XD. That's Slazenger make that. It doesn't say Slazenger on the ball, but I know Slazenger used to make the B51XD ball. So Equity and Law, slight damage to that there. A little bit of a scuff where the Y is, but other than that, nice. Next, Recore copiers. These are photocopiers, aren't they? So office machines, and you can see, yeah, the ball is peeling. The outer, whatever that outer cover they put over the ball, that's peeling, unfortunately. That's on an Ultra, I presume that used to say Wilson 90, doesn't it? But yeah, that ball's peeling. Don't know if that means it's been left in the sun a long time or what. Next, St James's Place Wealth Management. Decent logo. Wilson Staff. DX2 soft with that weird dimple pattern. Look at that. It looks so weird when you look at that. Nice logo. Good condition ball. Next, ESPN pay-per-view. Now this is a good one for me. I like my sports, so I know ESPN is an American TV company that shows lots of different types of sports. Pay-per-view, yeah, pay-per-view. Nike Super Far. Don't know. I'm not really up on all the different kind of Nike balls. I don't have that many of them. I may have that type of ball before, but ESPN, that's one of the good logos for me. Next, Reliastar. Don't like the name of that company. Titleist, DT Spin. Ball feels pretty good condition. Needs a little bit of a clean. Next, ECTR. I know that looks like an A. What do they do? I don't know. Ball feels good condition, but needs a clean. No idea what that company does. Right, next, Highmark Funds. What is SM? I know what trademark is. That's got SM. I don't think I've ever seen that before. A trademark, what would S be mean? S. Highmark Funds. I'm sure that's an S, unless I'm going blind. Yeah, it is SM. What does that mean? What does SM mean? That's a weird one. I mean, actually, that's something I will actually bother to Google and find out after I film this. So, Highmark Funds, I'll keep that to the side. I want to know what SM means. Next, Claims Direct, Auto Claims Direct. Sounds like an insurance company, doesn't it? A slightly scuffed logo. Auto Claims Direct on a Pinnacle Gold LS. Auto is an American term, we don't say that. So Chevrolet, that's a cool one for me because I'm into motorsport. Chevrolet build IndyCar engines and I watch the IndyCar series, so I like that. Oh, somebody's marking on it. Callaway Golf Warbird ball feels really good condition, so for me that's a nice one. I like that one. Ugh. And I can't remember how much I paid for this load of golf balls, but I'm open to buying stuff off other people if the price is right. I'm not made of money, but I am looking to acquire more golf ball logos, so if you've got some, let me know. Right, I've shown you the type of ball. Where's the logo? That's the logo. So it looks to be a golf tee. Oh, D, is that D for Disney? That's a tiny bit of writing. I think that's writing down there where I think that says Disney in tiny writing. I can't really zoom in much more. The camcorder's going to lose. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it says Disney. So Disney logo. I didn't know I was getting that one. That's a good one for me. I would keep that. Disney, and I've got a collection of 25 Disney logo balls with lots of different cartoon characters. Next, STI USA. Well, that's helpful. You've got the website if you want to know what they do. STI, don't know what they do. MD Distance, what type of ball is that? Distamax. I've never had this type of ball before. That's brand new to me. So who makes them? Distamax. Interesting. Next, Lee Trevino Mastermex. Now I remember seeing this in the advert, and I've got one of these balls myself with a different logo on it. Acro is the logo I've got, and the Lee Trevino Mastermex ball I've got has got a cut on it where someone's hit it. But let's just check that. Yeah, that is the. I think that's the smaller size ball. I can't quite tell. Hold on. Let me get another one next to it. Yeah, I think these is a 1.62 inch ball. I need something flat so I can see the size difference. Yeah, I think this is the smaller ball. I could be wrong. It does. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a smaller. Let's get some other balls out. It doesn't. There's not that much of a difference between 1.62 inch and 1.68 inch. But hold on, I'm going to get a really flat bit of surface. I want to know. Let's see if I can tell. If I put it on some flat, can I tell the difference? If they would stop rolling away, I might be able to tell. That is annoying. How else? I need some kind of way to measure them, don't I? I need to build make a hole maybe in cardboard so I can quickly drop a ball through and tell. They look very similar in size, but I'm pretty sure that's a smaller size. If I was ever selling a ball and someone said, "Oh, you said it was 1.68 and it 1.62 and it's 1.68," yeah, you'd have to double check at the time. But for now, I'm just going to stick with. But I think this is the small size ball. Tee up with Lions Tetley. Tetley is T. So that's T. Yeah, Tee up with Lions Tetley. Tetley tea bags. So John Letters is the make. John Letters Lee Trevino Mastermex, and this ball's in really good condition. So, as I said previously, in 1982, Britain started using the bigger size golf ball. So this dates to before 1982, could be quite a few years before that. So that's a good one for me for the collection. Next, oh, that's not so easy to read. Castelli's Restaurants. Or does that say, is that a B or an R for the first letter? No, I think that's an R. That's an example of bad logo design. Green on white just doesn't really work very well. And putting an underline underneath the letters makes it harder to read the letters. So for anybody that's watching this for business logo design, don't do that. That's on an unbranded type of ball. Next, Norwich Union. That's a British company. I think that's some kind of like insurance home insurance maybe, something like that. Norwich Union. Norwich is a city in England, in East Anglia. That's on a Titleist PTS Solo. Ball's good condition. The logo might have a slight scuff to the way that blue is, but good condition. Next, Lane Homes. I'm sure I've got that company on a different type of ball with a different logo design, not in that green and gold like that. I think I've got Lane on a different one. Anyway, Top Flight XL 3000, super feel. Next, I don't know whether that's an English home build or not. Next, Cars Paints. Titleist 384 PTS 90. Again, this type of ball, I used to get this somewhere between 1987 and about 1991. I would date this to, so that's roughly when I could date that to off the top of my head. Next, Delta. Now presumably that's Delta Airlines. It doesn't say Delta Airlines, but Delta. I think that's the logo for Delta Airlines. If so, that's a good one for me. Dunlop 65i. Again, used to get these, you know, sometime between about 1988 and 1991 or so. So I like that one. I'm into aviation stuff. Oh, that's a nice one. American flag logo. Unfortunately, that looks to have a few little scuffs, doesn't it? Yeah, is that a scuff there? What is that? Presumably down that blue bit of the flag. Yeah, I presume that's a scuff, but still looks like the USA flag. I like that. Pro Grade. Definitely haven't had this type of ball before. Pro Grade. What's that supposed to say? What does that say, folks? Something, is that PSN? Oh, USA, sorry. Because it's scuffed. I think that's supposed to say USA that way. Pro Grade. Yeah, definitely haven't had that type of ball before. USA flag, like that one. Next. Not too many more to go, folks. You can always pause the video and watch it in, you know, on another day to finish it if you want to, if it's too long. SunGuard Availability Services, with an R for registered trademark. SunGuard, don't know what they do. Titleist, NXT Tour, used ball, not bad condition. Next, Big Art Bailey. Big Art Bailey, that's a bit of a weird name. Slightly scuffed. That's on the PTS Solo by Titleist. Ooh, and you got another logo on the bottom there. Well, that's a nice artistic logo, whatever that's supposed to represent. Big Art Bailey. Well, you'll be able to work that out. So you've got two logos in that ball. That's a good one. Next, BMW. As I said in previous video, something about BMW drivers, terrible drivers. Pro V1 by Titleist. The ball looks and feels very good condition. You got BMW Golf Sport. You can see the ball is slightly scuffed, but BMW Golf Sport, BMW. That's a good one for me. Next, Haynes Watts, Local Matters, National Strength. Don't know what they do. You can see the ball's a little bit scuffed. That's on a Titleist NXT Tour. Next, ING. I believe that's some sort of financial thing. I've seen it advertised in England. ING with a lion as the logo. That's on an Ultra Wilson. I don't think I've seen the Wilson logo printed like that before on an Ultra. That could be a new type of ball to me. Next, Cable and Wireless. Ball is in need of a clean, and it feels a little bit scuffed, but Cable and Wireless on a Titleist PTS wound. Is that an American company? And cable, I presume that means internet. British Gas. Now that's obviously a company that provides gas to homes in Britain. The ball, you can see that's kind of bubbling. So has that been in the sun for too long or what? But I've not seen the British Gas logo like that before. I've never seen that round logo like that associated with British Gas. That's something different. That's on a Titleist Tor Bellata 90. So Bellata is the soft cover. All the professionals used to use back in the day. Not sure what date that is from, but it could be fairly old. This could be another one from late 80s, early 90s, maybe. You'll be able to work out the date of that if you want to. Next, Jaguar Land Rover, Aston Martin, Naples. Wow, what's that got to do with Naples? Nike TI Velocity ball. Ball feels good condition. Well, where's, not Naples, Italy, surely? Is that somewhere else? Does anybody know? Anyway, next. Fowler's Industrial Enamelers Limited. Dunlop 65i. Okay, so again, that ball, I used to get these between about 1988 and 1991 or so. Next, Jaguar, the car company, which is now Jaguar Land Rover. Unfortunately, you can see scuff. Yeah, someone's whacked it. That's on, what is that? Precept MC Spin 392. Not sure if I've had that exact type of Precept ball before. Isn't it Bridgestone Precept? So is this a Japanese ball? Maybe. Anyway, Jaguar. They were in Formula 1 briefly. Which way is that supposed to be? Is it BB? Or is it supposed to be 99? I don't know. Thornton Baker. Well, you'll be able to work it from that. And that's on another Dunlop 65i. So again, around 1990, I'd date that too. Next, Bupa Care Homes. That's private healthcare in England. So that's for caring for elderly people. Titleist NXT Tour. Ball looks and feels good condition. Needs a little bit more of a clean, but Bupa. If you've got enough money, you can go into a private care home. Next, Renault Trucks. Unfortunately, that's slightly scuffed, and that's on an Ultra Wilson. Next, is that supposed to be like a goat or something? You can see it's got a bit of a hack mark where someone's hit it, but what is that? What is that supposed to be? Ah, there you go. Ah, and that's a bit knackered. Is it Clarkson? What's that? Is that an L? Carlson Puckle? Maybe? If anybody knows, let me know. Say at 42 minutes 58 seconds, the logo with the goat is, and then tell me, please. B51XD. That's another quite old ball. Again, that probably dates to around 1990 or so. Next, that's Barclays Bank, an English bank. They're all in lots of cities in England. Barclays, that's their logo. Nice logo, slightly scuffed, I'm afraid. And I've got other balls with Barclays logos on. Maxfly DDH 500. And again, you used to get these in about 1999, 91 or so. So that dates that. That might be a spare I've got. Next, Beezer. What do they do? Don't know. Top Flight XL by Spalding. Another one that dates to around the same, somewhere between 1988 and about 1991. Used to get these types of balls. Next, Speed Steel. Never heard of that. That's on a Schlesinger B51XD. High Speed Steel. Logo's good condition, ball feels good condition, just needs a little bit more of a clean. Right, we're down to just the last, few folks. Next, medgolf.gi. What's GI? What country is that? Nice enough logo. Medgolf.gi. Strixon Hybrid. I don't think I've had this type of ball before. Hybrid. Ball looks and feels almost perfect. Next, Pro Drivers. I've never seen that before. That's on a Bay Hill by Palmer golf ball. titanium HP432. Probably don't have this type of ball before. Yeah, don't know what they do. Next, TNT Contract Services. That's like a parcel company. I always used to see a van of theirs parked up in Cambridge on the top of a hill. Whoever was supposed to be working wasn't very often. Then I was playing sports at school, and they had TNT on planes as well. So it's one of the smaller companies, like, you know, competing with people like FedEx, etc. Okay, sorry, I got distracted by something. So TNT, parcel company, I presume. Titleist 384 PTS. So again, that dates to about 1999-91, I would say, for that perfect condition. Next, Jenner's Edinburgh. Looks like a castle logo to me. Is that slightly scuffed there? I think possibly there. Maybe it's not. No, that is part of the logo actually, I think. Hard to tell. No, I think that probably is a slightly scuffed. Anyway, Jenner's Edinburgh. I don't know what Jenner's do. Edinburgh is in Scotland. Dunlop 65i. It just says that. So that's quite a good one. Next, RS Plateau Shipbrokers. Shipbrokers. Okay, and that's on a Spalding Top Flight 2, written that way. Again, may not have that type of ball like that before. Ball is, I can feel it feels a little bit scuffed. Next, Lloyds Bank, another bank chain in Britain. Max Vitor Limited MD, again used to get these somewhere between about 1988 and 1991 or so. It doesn't say Lloyds Bank, but that is definitely Lloyds Bank. Next, Ultramar, with a picture of, what's that supposed to be? Is that supposed to be a pigeon or an eagle? Not quite sure. It looks more like an eagle logo to me. Ultramar, what do they do? DT Titleist 384 DT90. Again, used to get these somewhere between 87 and about 1990, so could date to a few years before that. That's quite an old ball. Next,